Good morning, and welcome to worship with the congregation of Eastridge Presbyterian Church here in Lincoln, Nebraska, on this beautiful, well, what should we say, late spring, early fall? It's beautiful. We take it. It's good to be gathered here in the sanctuary. It's good to gather here with you who join us from home, from the ball field, from the road, wherever you are with us this morning. Please take a moment to greet each other in the chat, either on Facebook and YouTube. And yes, if you're here worshiping with us in the sanctuary, you are most welcome to pull out your devices and say hello and see who else is joining us this morning. We are worshiping as one community and are so happy that you all are here. If you're visiting with us, I want to extend a especially warm welcome to us. We're so glad that you are here. If you're visiting with us, we would invite you to fill out one of the connection cards in the pew in front of you and put them later in the offering plate, or to say hello in the chat. We would love to stay connected. Welcome. We are so glad that you are here. I do draw your attention to the lamp, which is our weekly news and views about what the church family is doing. I do want to highlight one thing that you may have seen in your mail as well. We would love to have people join us following this worship in the Huxtable Lounge for a short presentation about our youth mission trip. You can certainly grab coffee first and then head that way and join us and hear what our youth experience throughout this summer. It's worth it for sure. Also, many of you, some of you told me this morning that you got an email with a link that did not work. It was not just me that was reassuring that. So you will get that email again, but the link, the survey link, takes you to this bulletin insert that you also find today. And so we would invite you to fill this one out. You can fill out a paper copy, or you can fill out the link that comes later this week. We would ask you to fill out only once per person, but we would ask you to respond to that. We are interested in your opinion on this, as the worship committee is interested in hearing the congregation's opinion. As every week, I draw your attention to our prayer list. If you have any prayer concerns with the joys or concerns that you would like us to include, please let us know. Let the office know. We would like to have you included in our prayers here as a community. Please keep our friends and members listed in our prayer list in your prayers. With all that said, dear friends, let us now gather our hearts and minds and worship God.
Would you please stand if you're able and join me as we center ourselves for worship? I'll say the words in white on the screen and invite you to respond with the words in yellow. As we come together for worship, let us create the time and space we need to sit with God and hear the whispers of the Spirit.
Let us sit together under Deborah's palm tree and make space to listen.
Let us hear the stories of our ancestors in faith, who listened to the still-speaking voice of God and responded. Let us consider how we fit into their story, even as we write our own.
In times of struggle and in times of peace, God is present with us. In this hour, we may pay attention to God's dwelling in our hearts and calling us to a different way of life. Let us trust that through this process, we can sift through the chaos of this world and align ourselves with the movement of God.
God of our ancestors, sometimes the stories in the Bible confuse us. The scriptures tell of wars and peace and oppression and violence, and we are not sure how to make sense of it all. Today, help us to listen to Deborah's story and find reassurance in your steadfast presence with her. Help us to remember her example of sitting and waiting for your wisdom and listening for your word. Show us how to create the space we need to connect with you. Give us the strength to stand firm in our calling to justice and love, while also being open to your wisdom and the voice of the Spirit, calling us to continue to walk in the way of Jesus. Amen.
Thank you.